And the fact is we're still learning about this variant. Yes, it can spread a lot, but it could be a lot of people getting cold-like symptoms, or it could be more severe. We don't know yet. We don't know. We don't know. The concern we have is whether or not people, whether they have COVID or another illness that requires hospitalization, have the ability to get the necessary medical attention in a healthcare facility. That is our focus right now. That's what we're dealing with. That is the reality of this crisis right now. That is the reality of this crisis right now. This crisis right now. Main focus is to make sure that individuals who get sick, that they have room for them to be taken care of in a hospital, and we're working on that intensely. Which is why we're sending and making sure that all the nursing homes in particular have capacity to offer booster shots that'll help take some of the pressure off the hospitals, that'll help take some of the pressure off the hospitals, And also, the more cases, more hospitalizations puts a lot of stress on the hospital system, puts a lot of stress on the hospital system, puts a lot of stress on the hospital system. There's probably over 50-some hospitals that meet that criteria. We're responding with constant communication with the hospitals, the local health departments, and the elected officials to find out how we can backfill and get more healthcare workers in. It's not a shortage of beds. It is absolutely not a shortage of beds. It's a shortage of people to staff the beds. It's a shortage of people to staff the beds. Again, think of how far we've come. Our healthcare workers, our nurses in particular, were called to do the extraordinary. They went through hell and back during this pandemic, and they all thought by now, almost 2 years later, that the pressure valve would finally be off, would be lessened. And that is not the case. And that is not the case. Not the case. There is a high burnout factor, completely understandable. People that were close to retirement have left. Those who just said it's more than I wanted to do are gone. And those who refuse to be vaccinated, that certain number, are also having an effect as well. So we recognize that what we have now is a situation where we have to do even more to increase hospitalization. We're being creative. That's why I needed the emergency authorization to deploy the National Guard, the trained National Guards who have EMT or healthcare backgrounds. There are hundreds of people sitting in hospitals today who could be discharged, and non-COVID patients who could be discharged to long-term care facilities or nursing homes, except there's not capacities.